Hello, you are watching Darnot News in English from Жаран TV. According to the decision of Mongolia, 4 state best herders and a double state best herder were selected from Жаран.мн on the eve of the Lunar New Year. Баярцогт Балдан Dorj, a herder from Sesul Jarachabag, Dash Balbarsum, who was named the state best herder, was presented with the award by Gambat, Deputy Governor of Жаран.мн and local authorities. He married his wife in 1977 and has been herding livestock in his home for 45 years while raising 5 kinds of livestock, and they have a large family with 4 sons and 2 daughters.
Баярцогт Балдан Dorj, a herder from Sesul Jarachabag, Balbarsum Darnot province, has been granted the title Mongolian State Best Herder in recognition of his leadership in raising productive livestock in the beautiful land of his homeland. The Prime Minister of Mongolia, Oyerdan, Minister of Food, Agriculture and Light Industry, Min Sekhan. 2022, the year of the water tiger of the 1760 years.
After 33 years, the state best herder has been selected again in Dash Balbarsum. He has started his career as a horseman in his native old cooperative, and when the cooperative disbanded, the state distributed 75 small and large animals. As a result of his hard work, he has increased his livestock in 5 types and raises more than 2,000 small and more than 500 large animals.
Well, I'm very happy today. I have received a great state award. We have been raising livestock for more than 40 years. The government has appreciated my work. I'm glad that the Som administration has given me a valuable award in recognition of my work for more than 40 years. How many head of livestock do you have? How many types of livestock do you have? We have 5 types of livestock. By the way, there are more than 2,000 head of small animals and more than 500 heads of large animals. All 6 children have been married. We gave more than 2,000 head of livestock to our children. We gave livestock to my granddaughter who got married. What are the principles you follow in your life? What's the main focus of raising livestock? Please share your methods of animal husbandry. Herding is a lot of work. Our Mongolia has 4 seasons. Even when it is sunny and rainy, we go with our livestock. As a result of my hard work, I have been granted this title today. Thank the government very much. I think people really value what people have done. Now we should work hard and be patient in the heat and cold. Don't retreat. I just want to say, young people and children, that it is true that if you raise livestock, you will benefit from it. It's very nice today. I'm very happy that I have been granted a great state award. Today I think that if a person is persistent in his work, he will be rewarded for everything. I was sent at the request of the government and became a herder in 1975. We got married in 1977 and my husband spent 3 years in the military army. I have been herding livestock for 3 years. Since then we have been herding livestock. She married to her husband and had 4 sons and 2 daughters. My eldest son is a herder. The next is a driver who travels between cities. And the 3rd daughter is a graduate of the Mongolian University of Science and Technology. She prepares meat and livestock for sales. The fourth son became a herder and got married. He became the famous racehorse trainer of the Soul. My next son works as a driver at the Jarran.mn. My youngest daughter graduated from the Jarran Medical Institute and now it is a doctor. A herder doesn't have much time for 4 seasons of the year. He puts all his efforts into his work for his animals. If we don't get tired of everything, our livestock will continue to grow and prosper. Well, 33 years later, Баярцагт Baldandarj was granted the honorary title of the state-best herder of Mongolia. According to the end of year census of 2021, 104,000 head of livestock were counted in our bog and became the bog that had the most livestock in the Somme.
In addition to herding livestock, he has been raising horses in the Somme and Emek successfully for his own interests. In 2009, he was awarded the title of the Somme Best Herder. In 2010, he was awarded the Best Horse Trainer in the Emek. He is an experienced senior herder that is respected by people for his hard work and who welcomes the winter and feeds the animals in spring seasons. Irumbar, a herder from Baintomansum, is one of the 5 state herders from Darnotamek on the eve of the Lunar New Year. He is respected and exemplary for his herding wisdom in his Somme. Satisfying the condition of the Somme's best herder 4 times is a clear indication that he can work tirelessly.
газрын шийдвэрээр Баян-Түмэн сумын 2 дугаар огийн иргэн Оюн Балдангийн
You Irumbar Oyun Baltang, a resident of the second bog of Bayan-Tumansum, and your wife Toxpayan have been awarded the honorary title of the state best herder of Mongolia by the decision of the government. We wish you both good health and prosperity. You Irumbat Oyun Baltang, a herder from Jarran Bog, Bayan-Tumansum, Darnot province, have been granted the title of the state best herder of Mongolia in recognition of your exemplary leadership in herding livestock and good practices in raising livestock productively in your beautiful homeland. The Prime Minister of Mongolia, Lobsan Namsrang Ayurdan, and the Minister of Food, Agriculture and Light Industry, Min Сайхан.
авраг малчин цолын өнөмт тэмдэг болгоо. Хүнсүд аж ахуйн сайд Мэнд сайхан.
He has signed an agreement with a private veterinary sector each year to ensure that his livestock is fully vaccinated by state-funded against infectious diseases. In addition, they spend an average of 5 to 6 million Mongolian turuk per year on disinfecting by washing, deworming, and the medicines for non-communicable diseases and the salary of a doctor. He also pays special attention to the health and safety of their livestock. For example, in addition, the traditional method of stockpiling and disinfecting the bedding of shelters, which is the main source of infectious diseases. Disinfection is carried out annually by a professional organization.
He was named the herder who had thousands head of livestock in 2007. He also became the prominent racehorse trainer of the province in 2010 and the good herder of the province in 2015. Moreover, he won the prize, the Golden Foal Owner, in 2019, and now been awarded the title of the State Best Herder 2022. We have been herding livestock for 36 years. We are raising 5 types of livestock. There are 4 people in my family. We have 2 sons. Both of my sons are engaged in animal husbandry. My youngest son is a veterinarian, and my eldest son is a prominent racehorse trainer of the Somme. The meaning of our life is simply based on animal husbandry. Livestock breeding is a wonderful thing. There is such a good life That herder who has worked in animal husbandry doesn't know what it is like to get tired. When there is a natural disaster, herders often get discouraged and work hard to overcome it. They put all their efforts into their work to get over the bad times and solve problems. They are such hardworking people. On behalf of our children, our family, I want to say that I'm happy to follow the footsteps of our people step by step and have been awarded the title of the state best herder of Mongolia.
As part of his social responsibility, he initiated building the animal disinfection beds and injection fences for livestock, which are used by herders. He also planned to do similar activities in next 3 years with special attention to the health of livestock. On a good day of the last white cow month, our TV reporters went to Bihoy, the state best herder and the state best horse trainer, who is enjoying the benefits of 5 kinds of domestic animal in the beautiful countryside. On the eve of the Lunar New Year, a festive event is about to take place in their home. In 1993, he started his career as a good herder by herding several animals inherited from his parents. He raised his livestock and hired many families as assistant herders during his 30 years. The government honored the state best herder twice in recognition of his 30 years of hard work.
You Bihoyig Bihot, a herder from Ingershandbag, Chabosan, Donut province, have been granted the title of the twice winner of State Best Herder of Mongolia in recognition of your exemplary leadership in raising livestock and good practices in herding livestock skillfully and productively in the beautiful land of your homeland. The Prime Minister of Mongolia, Ayurden, the Minister of Food, Agriculture and Light Industry, Mintseham. Bihoyig Bihot appreciated your achievement in the livestock sector and was awarded the title of double champion herder by the decision of the government of Mongolia. Minister of Food and Agriculture, Mintseham.
Bihoyig is a native of Chabosan and now lives with his wife and children in Ingershandbag. After graduating from high school in 1992, he decided to become a herder. Since that time, 2007, he was awarded the Zone Best Herder. In 2010, he was awarded the Amag Best Herder. In 2012, he was awarded the State Best Herder. Thus, 10 years later, he reconfirmed his Best Herder and became a double state best herder.
Today is a wonderful day. I'm very glad our land is to beautiful breed livestock. Marshal Chabosan's hometown. I'm proud to live in the land named after Chabosan. When he was born, a lot of people, including my parents, my siblings, and relatives, contributed a lot to my success.
Би 94 онд Чаалсан сумын 10 жилийн төгссөн. Тэгээд
I finished my high school in Chabosan in 1994. Since then, I have been herding livestock continuously. I have 3 children. One child works in Ulaanbaatar. We employ 5 herders. There are about 20 herders who rent livestock from us. We are renting livestock so that they can have their own livestock. 10 years ago, in 2012, he became the state best farmer and the state best herder. Exactly 10 years later, I have become twice winner of state best herder. I'm very glad. I have been herding livestock for 20 years since 1994. I have yelled at results today.
He doesn't only herd livestock. raises fast horses at some AMAC and national festivals. The racing horses won 4 erects in the country and region. Won first prizes 4 times and 14 erects from the AMAC's Naram. These achievements have made him the SOM and AMAC's best horse trainer and the best horse trainer in the country.
Our horses were crossbred with Arabian stallion dominated by race horses. They were crossbred not only for race but also for using meat. He bred his horse with the local Mongolian stallion. His cattle was crossbred the Angus breed. Angus beef is, first of all, lighter with its bones and has much more meat. It is patient in winter. Our Dornod AMAC has the potential to raise cattle. As for sheep, several types of sheep, including Utsumching and Barak sheep, have been raised. There should be more meat productions compared to head of livestock. Chinese white goat and Baindilga red goats were crossbred. Especially our Dornod Kashmir is as beautiful as silk. In general, we are raising 5 types of livestock.
Livestock breeding in the countryside is a difficult task for people in the central and urban areas. In addition to herding livestock in all climatic conditions, there will be a number of economic activities such as dairy processing, dung collection, fencing, and compressed dung carving. We stopped for a while Behoik, who spent 30 years in all kinds of climate. Жаргал сайхан Цэрэндаш, a herder from 3rd Bag, Цагаангавасам, who was selected as the state best herder, was awarded by Gambat, Deputy Governor of the AMAC. Жаргал сайхан has been herding livestock for 30 years and started his career as a bricklayer and welder at the Galut Cooperative. And in 1990 to 1992, he worked as a stockkeeper and assistant in the trade preparatory unit. In 1992, the activities of the cooperative were changed and liquidated. He took his property and became a herder with his wife Nimbutad in Dondehir area of 3rd Bag. He was awarded the title of the state best herder on the eve of the Lunar New Year in recognition of his hard work.
Well, I'm very happy that I have worked in the agricultural sector for 31 years and have been awarded the title of the state best herder of Mongolia. I would like to wish Mongolian people a happy White Month. My wife and I were first married in 1990 and have been living together for 31 years. I'm very happy to receive this wonderful award today. I would like to extend my best wishes to my parents Sanjin Tsang and Ochur Tsitipsurung, who lived in Ulaanbaatar. I'm happy that my adopted mother raised and reared me. We became herder in 1992 and have been living together for 31 years now. We have a daughter who has 4 children, including my daughter's son. I was awarded in the Prominent Mother Order. The next girl will graduate this spring from a Chinese language class at Dornod University. The next son is studying medicine in Ulaanbaatar. The youngest daughter is now 5 years old. We have our sheep lambed in the spring. We take the wool. In the summer we live for faraway places for pasturing our livestock. We try to make our livestock fatter. We milk cows and mares and ferment the mare's milk. We also make curds.
Жаргал сайхан usually shares his experience with young herders and created permanent and temporary jobs to reducing poverty in the area. Households with no domestic animals and young herders are contracted to work as assistant herders, while students of the assistant herders who work in the current year pay tuitions on a regular basis. He also contributed to the dissemination of the camel herds' heritage for riding. In recent years, he has become well known for himself by raising fast pedigree horses at regional and national festivals.
Би өөрөө нэг 5 хошуумал анханасаа л малд гараад 90-оос хойш.
I have 5 kinds of livestock. I first started herding in 1990 and I have been raising 5 kinds of livestock for almost 31 years. Camels are also very virtuous and majestic animals. I used to ride my camel a lot, and I used to ride the camel cart and ride the camel cart a lot. Recently, my 5 kinds of livestock have grown while I decided to raise horses and bought a brown stallion from Batsaruk for 10 million MNT. Now my success is that I raised and trained the horse who is known as Bald Horse. 8 to 9 horses have participated in the regional and nationwide horse race and achieved successes.
Адуу гэдэг амтнаар өвчлөөд одоо явж байна.
Since 2017, the Zurich Bag of Цагаан Овоо has been continuously embracing 6 nations titles. In 2020 to 2024, we have set a big goal to become the best bag in the country and are doing a lot of work in stages. Our bag has many good celebrities who have been the leaders of Цагаан Овоо, which is famous for its best people. I'm glad that the number of the state best herders in our som has increased by 1 more herder.
Жаргал сайхан was awarded the title of the Som Best Herder in 2003. In 2010, he was awarded the title of the Amag Best Herder, and on the eve of the Lunar New Year, he was awarded the State Best Herder. On the eve of the Lunar New Year, Отгонбаатар Цог, a herder from Хотондбаг, Баян-Түмэн Som, was awarded the title of the State Best Herder by the decree of the Mongolian president. He was born in 1956 as the youngest son of the Tsog. In 1964, he entered the school, and in 1968, he graduated from the 8th grade and became a herder in order to inherit his father's herding wisdom. He and his wife Gajit married in 1979, and he has a large family with 4 sons and daughter. Отгонбаатар Цог has been raising livestock for 50 years, which has inherited from his ancestors, and teaching his children and young herders how to herd animals.
Let me read what has been written on the award certificate of the government of Mongolia. Tsog Отгонбаатар, a herder from Хотондбаг, Баян-Түмэн Som, Donut Province, has been granted the title Mongolian State Best Herder in recognition of his leadership in raising productive livestock in the beautiful land of his homeland and his good practices, experiences, and herding skills. The Prime Minister of Mongolia urged the Minister of Food, Agriculture and Light Industry in Minsachen. 2022. After finishing the 4th grade, I followed the footsteps of my parents in animal husbandry and have been working as a herder for half a century. I'm very happy that the government has recognized hard work and awarded the title of the State Best Herder of Mongolia. I grew up on horseback since I was 6 years old, and as a result of my tireless efforts in horse racing and racehorse training. I became the prominent racehorse trainer of Darnot Province in 2003. In Bayintamunsum, I built a horse worshipping statue called Hemringawa. My 3-year horse won the first place in the horse race of the Nadam Festival of Darnot Province that year. This brown horse won the first place. I'm very glad that I raised 5 kinds of livestock and has been awarded the title of the state best herder of Mongolia this year. We are very happy that I have been awarded the title of the state best herder of Mongolia. Really appreciate that, and the government of Mongolia has recognized our long service in animal husbandry.
In addition to raising livestock, he established a partnership with 14 herder households to protect the environment and strictly protected areas. He leads his community to protect the source of spring, wildlife, and fighting wolves. He moves with his livestock to a good pasture in 4 seasons of the year, choosing a well-grazed area and moving his herd, a combination of steppe and hanga and gobi. As a result, he is one of the most experienced herders who pays special attention to the breed of livestock and while increasing the productivity of the per animal. On the eve of the Lunar New Year, Darnot Emergency Management Agency organized the joint event for risk-free households to prevent fires. As a result of the joint efforts to provide advice and information how to prevent fires in households, no fires were reported during the weekend of the Lunar New Year. However, as the heating season is not over yet, the households have been warned to be safe from the fires and to check the integrity of the chimneys and electrical wirings.
As for the Emergency Management Agency, the campaign for ensuring fire safety at the initiative of the Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency is starting on February 1st. The campaign is being organized nationwide. Therefore, in the framework of this campaign, the Fire Brigade of the Emergency Management Agency is organizing this campaign in cooperation with the Search and Rescue Unit, a prevention unit, as well as Жаран.мн and its agencies. The campaign is also aimed at fire prevention. The making of fire hasn't stopped yet. At this time, the main reasons we will continue to pay attention to fire safety are, of course, to ensure the safety of the stove utilization, not to make a fire in the damaged stove and not to use the damaged appliance, not to overload the appliances and not to leave the young child unattended at home. The above mentioned warnings are constantly monitored and alerted by the emergency services.
Today is the 127th anniversary of Chobason's birth. He was born on 8th of February 1895. Third son of Horlo, a herder woman and serf of the Eastern Sorokchan tribe of Achadwangyang Hosho Province. Today, the Museum of Darnot Province opened a nomadic exhibition titled Glory to Remember Forever, to instill a sense of pride in his life and activity to future generation. The exhibition includes more than 100 photographs, artifacts he used, and manuscripts.
There is nothing given by the citizens. We had previously organized an exhibitions in collaboration with the Darnot Province Archives Office. There are many paintings in the museum found of Darnot Province. Well, lately, there have been some paintings bought from people through the internet. The exhibition is aimed not only at showing it to residents of the province center, but also it's showing it to border guards and soldiers guarding of Mongolian border. This work will start on March 1st. We are working together with all military units. We are also working in cooperation with the Ялалт Museum of Халхтолсон.
Музейтэй хамтарч байгаа.
There are many places named after Marshal Chobolson Horlaw. That includes National University of Mongolia, School Number 1 of Ulaanbaatar, Border Troops 0132, School Number 5 in Darnot-Amuk, Chobolson City. In order to spread his fame, the exhibition will travel around the border military units. In Darnot Province, 38 projects worth 104.6 billion Mongolian Turk have been approved to be implemented with the state budget investment, of which 19 projects worth 56.8 billion Mongolian Turk will be implemented. The government of Mongolia has decided to complete the tender for investment projects to be financed by the state budget by March 1st, 2012. Accordingly, out of 8 projects worth 26.8 billion Mongolian Turk are transferred to local governors, and 7 tenders have been announced.
Манай аймагт иргэшилжиж ирсэн нийтдээ 8 төсөл арга хэмжээг бол
I'm going to provide information about 8 projects to be implemented in our province. They include connecting central utilization network with the central engineering network of the SOM, connecting the block of 1,800 families housing buildings of the province center with the electricity supply engineering network, repair and maintenance work of the sport palace in Hirlisum of Darnot Province, the building of school number 1 of Darnot Province, arts hall of the school, Bayindonsum of Darnot Province. Moreover, the repair and maintenance of the school building roof of Polytechnic College Darnot, the building of 124.5 kilometers long paved road from Hirlisum Darnot Province, the building of 1.9 kilometers long paved road in the housing district Yod on the territory of the first Baguette, rebuilding the electrical lift of the regional center of diagnosis and treatment will be carried out in Darnot Province. Out of them, 7 biddings have been announced.
за үүнээс бол 7 ажлынхын тендерийг бол зарлаад байна.